To be safer, go for a Christian-based counselor. And we have a lot now. At least every pastor should have some basic foundation about counseling.
So is it every issue in a relationship that can be resolved? Or at what point do you say, okay, this one, there's no way forward, let's go our separate
Number
ways?
one, understand that every relationship will have issues. So when they come, don't get shocked. It's not an excuse to jump out. Every relationship would have issues. It's the consistency of it that can be problematic. When you laugh, problem. When you smile, problem. It's like you guys have the quarrels have become more of the mainstream than the exception. Then something is really wrong.
At which point do you hope that this person can change? Like, do you have to see the person trying, or you just have to just ask God that something?
Is it God you are married to? It's not God you are married to. You got everybody. You see, there is that self-improvement. I should want to improve myself for my spouse. My spouse should also want to improve herself for me. That's how it goes. I don't want her. It's not about she changing. If she changes, I won't like her anymore. I won't love her. She becomes something else.
Yeah.
I like her for who she is, by a finer version of what I like. That's all. And then you say, oh, and yes, he will change. You had enough time to choose your words to release such a thing. No, somebody like that has more ammunition, arsenals for you. And they'll win the match. They'll take the trophy.
Yes.
Well,
So is it just a one-time thing, or it has to be continuous? Let's say, like what you are saying, maybe for a particular issue, the person just uses it, and after that, the person says, "I will change," and then the person doesn't show it again.
If the person doesn't show it again, there are very heated moments. You have to consider the whole thing. There are very heated moments. Emotions come, and then the person may say something, and comes and then apologizes. And at least you know from your general overview of this person, oh, he's not that kind of person.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you can. But you can tell that somebody every 2 weeks they serve you every 2 weeks. No, Charlie, you have to renew your subscription. No, I should tell you somebody lays hands on you once, and then I'm sorry. Then the next time he was angry that he held himself. Oh,
Run.
boss! If even he didn't slap you and the hand moved like that. No. You don't. That's something you don't. You shouldn't wait for a tooth or your teeth to come out before you know that. You don't have to lose something before you realize this thing. When it comes to relationships, some things don't compromise. People who would lay hands on you do not. Well, from my perspective, no. Am I your child? No. See, when I hear people beat up, I'm like, what do you mean? Am I your child? That you lay hands on me? No, seriously. Two adults, then you've caught another adult and you are beating him.
No, say, you see earlier,
The
like
father,
in the
the father
previous
figure.
Father figure. Should I explain something to you? Should I explain something to you? Do you know that a well-trained father knows that there's an age you stop beating them?
Yeah.
Yes, there's an age that they have to allow you. Listen, they have to allow you go out. No, she should have been sitting here, then I can face her. They have to allow you to be going out, but at least responsible. Check, all those who don't do that, you mess the kids up. At least you've gotten to a stage, your dad can, okay, go, make sure you're home by 6.
Yeah.
He's training you. You get to a stage, he teaches you that at least when you go, tell us where you are going. So when we say we've handed you over for the fatherly role, what has beating got to do with that at your age? And you know there are ladies, their dad will not even dare slap them.
Yeah, my dad has never hit me before.
You just started life with the person and you're slapping. No.
But I know the
That's-
guy and laugh.
Me, guys like this,
You go to counter back.
I won't even say it here. No. That is a no-no. That is a no-no. So you don't compromise if it comes to people who lay hands. And it's not just, there are women who lay hands. I'm not talking of laying hands in ministry. No, there are women who, you will be shocked. The strength in the, there are women who beat husbands. It's not that common, but they do.
That's maybe the guy will just want
Yeah,
to-
now it's becoming common.
That's true.
They do. No, you don't stay in such a. Those things it affects your self-worth. You feel it demeans you because at that age that somebody beats you. No, do you know what it means? They are telling you can't think for yourself. You don't have what it takes. It's a message.
So, but what if so let's say you are stepping out, but the person has actually come back. Oh, I've sought for help and I'm getting better. Like I'm better.
No.
I've learned to manage.
You can start with professional help. Yeah, because there are things that professionally, if you realize the person is going, because some will even refuse it in the first place. But if the person begins to seek professional help and then you don't see any improvement, no, you still have to leave. They should help themselves.
I feel like whilst the person is looking for, is going for help, you should stay away because it's dangerous. Because if the person has done it before and the person is not yet well, I think the person can repeat it. So for that time, you should.
The person needs targets to practice. Right? If you're not there, how the person knows getting better?
No, it's dangerous. What if the person has
No, if you're not there, the psychologist is not the husband. It's
what if the day he tries to practice, it doesn't end well? And your head hits something and that's the end of you.
What triggers the person?
Practice can go wrong.
How do we know you are patient if we don't give you people who irritate you?
Exactly.
No, practice can go wrong.
You be the lab rat.
I'm not saying the man has to come and practice the beatings on. What I'm
You
saying
should be
is,
there for him to
then
get angry and not
Yeah.
you'll get to know that the therapy is working.
Hey, but what if you are dead by that time?
You won't die.
You don't get what I'm saying. You don't get what
He
I'm
doesn't have to
saying.
hate you.
The person is getting better. So for you guys to see that he's getting better, it means he won't be laying there and say, oh wow, the therapy is
Because
working.
how else do you know that he's better?
So how would you know he's gotten better?
how else would you know?
Okay. So
Let's say-
let's say
You know, it means you just
You
has
live
come
for one
he just has
year.
come and tell you.
You live for 1 year and then you come back.
again.
I'll come back. I don't think I'll come
No,
back.
then that one is not. He's not.
Yeah.
It's not therapy. I thought you guys agreed he should go for therapy. Then that's different. That's a
I
different.
feel like he's in the process. So when he's
So
done with
he's
the
getting
process, then
better.
I'll come and
Why is he getting
I
better?
won't try
How
while
will you know if it's
Oh,
I
which
won't
next?
try while
For the
he's in
next
the
person.
process.
Has the
I
next
have to
person
be
told you
out.
she wants? Has the
in
next
the
person
process,
said
because
she wants something better?
It's not a guarantee that he has changed. So me, I will stay
Exactly. So I
away.
wouldn't be there.
When we are done with the process, then I'll come. Then you use me for practice.
How will you know he's
Yes.
better? How
But
will
wait,
you
let me
know?
give you a scenario. Let's say you have.
You are-
You
Let me
know
make it
that
a
I
bit
didn't
difficult.
opt
You
for
have
the therapy
kids. What would you do?
option. Me, I didn't even agree on the therapy option.
So
But we
what's
now
the-
know.
Wait, you have kids.
No, we now know.
Wait, you have kids.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'm moving after all. The kids bear his saying.
This is-
Are you taking the
All
kids?
she's saying is book.
Book.
I'm
We have
telling you.
kids.
That was
The
what I was
fact that,
told. Say his book. His book.
Wait,
his
so you
book.
have kids?
I have
You
right?
don't know. You don't.
And he's abusive.
Yeah.
But he's like, okay, I've noticed that I'm abusive. I want to work on it.
So work on it.
What do you do?
I'm moving out with my children.
You never come back.
Oh,
again.
the truth.
I don't think I'll come back.
Me, for
again.
me, I'm not saying I won't come back. I'll come back. I'll
But
come
after the therapy. Yeah, I
Doesn't
don't
that mean after a
Only
couple of
the therapy
slaps, he has slammed the lab away?
Books.
He has reset
You
the
don't.
mind.
You don't
but
know. You see, listen. When you find yourself in this situation where children are in, you
I think it will be a bit difficult.
Listen, when you get married to someone, there is an your whole. It looks easy to say some things, but to really act on it, to really act on it is no joke. When you are not in, you see, it's like you heard maybe somebody had an accident or something. Have you seen how easy it is? Why didn't he dodge?
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
didn't he?
yeah, sure.
You can find yourself in a situation, a car is coming, and then you
Shock.
it's like you can't even move. It's
Yeah, shock.
when somebody is in a situation, it's different from observer saying something.
Yeah.
It's not light thing for a mom to even think about the children. And that is when they weaponize the children. Maybe the man has decided, they try to use the kids against each other. The man has decided, I'm keeping custody of the children. The woman too is thinking of, so what do I do now? If I'm living without the kid? Do you know what it means for a mother to leave and then not be able to take the kids along or see them? It's not like it.
Yeah.
It's more complex than we think.
Yeah.
But I think both of you should be able to agree that you are going through therapy and all that. It will be better because we both want the thing to work well. Why would we if it's a separation for a while so that you can have all the focus? Like somebody wants to stop drinking and then they live around a blue kiosk.
They have to move away.
No, you have to. You get me? So I'll be checking on you and how you are doing and all that. You don't make the person feel that the decision you are taking, you are neglecting them. You want them to see that I'm there to help. But I also need my mental health is
very important.
But you living with the person, won't you be anxious around such a person?
You're not.
No, you are living. You are living, but
you
come back to the person maybe eventually.
You
guys will keep at least. How are things going? And all that. Because I don't think you should. If your spouse has an issue and you are interested in the person, why would you run away
from?
No. That's not.
What if you are the one beating me? What if you are the one beating me?
What if you are the one beating me? You can't.
Oh, that's what you are
do
saying.
And he also can't beat you.
What if it's verbal abuse? Since you can't use your hands,
you can also be verbally abusing the person.
That one is different.
Really?
Yeah.
It's different in the sense that it's like
those ones are even more injurious because you don't see the hurt. Nobody sees it. You see, at least the physical ones you have picture. It slapped me in my eye. Imagine you are going through mental torture. Nothing really shows.
Yes, that one is even dangerous. You can even kill yourself.
Some people can even do unlovely things to themselves. Because nobody is seeing what is
and
going
they go
on.
mad and all that.
So what if you're the one doing that to him?
You walk away.
Do you want the person to walk away?
No,
he should stay.
You want him to stay.
For better or for worse.
For better or worse. You see?
At least you know where she stands. So we don't have to go there where we know where she stands.
So you mentioned children. So when you're having issues in your relationship and the things that you're saying that if it hits you and maybe or some situations that you have to leave, should you consider the children and stay?
You guys have to go the legal way. If you can't come to because by this time there is offenses and all that. There is nothing you say that will make. You receive a word from the Lord and say it won't make sense because they are heated. So you go the legal way where you can have periods of who will have legal custody. It depends on what the court will say. Then they can have times that the person can come and see the children and all that, whether it's the man or the woman.
So don't you think that's it's dangerous? Because if the person is able to abuse you, even if the court goes in favor of the man, I feel it's dangerous to leave the kids to that person.
No,
because if the person is abusing,
what can you do? That's why you have to.
The agreement is more safer than
when none of you can sit down. Simple things you can't even agree on, and you're talking about the children. Do you know how sensitive everybody feels? They are entitled to have the children. You will understand when you get to that stage. It's not a light thing. Everybody has an attachment to the children, and sometimes they even want to use it against when they should have sat down and decided that for the sake of the kids, let's handle things in a civilized way or matured way. No, this is why I'll get him. This is why I'll get her. So it can be that messy and complicated. So it's better you go the legal route. That is, if even you find real justice there. But we are supposed to find justice there. So you go that route and then you guys see how you sort it out.
So it's situations where people would say maybe God will tell them to stay.
God hasn't told anybody to stay. God doesn't tell anybody to stay. Some of these things people come up with all sort of stuff. God doesn't tell. So if in the end the person beats you to death, What do we say about this God?
They went to join the Lord.
You die for the Lord. The only dying you should die for the Lord has got to do with what He has said in His Word about laying down your lives. It's got nothing to do with there are nobody will receive marks in heaven for marriage. Listen, marriage as marriage, it is how you dealt with each other that you will give account for, but not because you married. Because if even you didn't marry and you didn't treat a brother or a sister well, you will still have to account to the Lord. Yeah. Because God doesn't, when God looks, He doesn't see a married man, married woman. No. He sees two people who He has asked to walk in love towards each other, whether they are married or not.
But say then, if there's no reward, then what am I enduring for? If I'm having issues, Papa, I'm supposed to go.
Reward in what sense? If you say reward, I don't get
you. I don't know if you mentioned it in the previous episodes, but for your teaching, sometimes you be saying that in our age we don't like enduring, but then if you're in marriage, some issues that you should endure.
Let me ask you this: do you have to be married to have issues with people?
No.
It is everywhere. It's everywhere. You get me? There are people who are also married and are handling their situations well. Yeah. There are people who are not married and are still, So I don't think marriage issues, it's because of marriage that people act mean. It's because people are mean and it shows in marriages. Yeah. Because that's where it's like the buttons are pressed more.
Yeah.
That's all. But people, if you are mean, you are mean. If you are selfish, you are selfish. Just that in marriage, you get me? You find yourself under one roof. So it will show up more. You get me? Haven't you realized that? You think you know somebody till you live under the same roof with the person. I'm telling you, you think you know people till you live under the same roof with them. So that's that. So I don't think it's about, you see, God's intent is to make us put His word to work in dealing with each other. Whether it's in the context of marriage, it's in the context of church, it's in the context of a group. He wants us to walk in love towards each other.
So you were saying something about some of the things that can cause you to walk away from a marriage, and you used the person being abusive. Is there any other thing apart from that?
I spoke about verbal abuse. I spoke about Scripture has also clearly endorsed adultery. If somebody commits adultery, He says even that one is up to you. It's up to you if you want to walk away. Again, because that's more of breaking that marriage. Because what did He say? A man shall leave the father and the mother. And so what brought you together is the two flesh coming together. So once that is broken, it means the covenant, the marriage covenant has been tampered with. So it's up to you if you really want to stay and then, in that context, win somebody to the Lord because of your sacrificial attitude. That's fine. That's not by force. It's not by force. Yeah. You get me? If you think you can't, you walk away. But if you do, there is a way the Lord would handle such a person. Not because they stayed with the wife, but because they won a soul over.
Okay.
I don't know if you get it, but it's not compulsory. That's because Charlie, it won't be an easy thing. A picture can even run in your mind. You see the person with another person and they were having intimacy. Do you know how wild that can be? Imagine every time maybe you are even going to get intimate with your wife. That picture will come. You thinking of her that how could she have done this with somebody else? So for somebody to make that, it won't be by emotions, it will be a decision. But if you can do that, God considers that as, because that action is really going to speak volumes to the person. That after all this person still decided to stay with me. Charlie, I don't know. That's preaching love in a word. But you are not forced to. If you can't, I don't even know what I would do
There are
in such a
instances
condition.
whereby the person who did the wrong act would rather say let's separate, and then you, the person that you are being hit, wants the two of you to be together. In that instance, should you agree to what the other party is saying?
Relationship involves two
It takes
people.
two.
No matter how much you want something, if the other person doesn't want it, forget it. Forget it. No matter how much you want it, if they don't want it, forget it. You spend your whole life trying to persuade them. You will waste your life.
Okay. So moving forward, if you are still here, kindly like, subscribe, and comment. Moving forward, about parental approval or family approval before you settle down.
Yeah.
What do you do in an instance where parents don't support you marrying somebody? Do you go ahead and marry the person, hoping that they'll change their mind, or do you just back up?
You don't go ahead. I'm listening to you guys. I've said
what
So for me, you
don't
know my
go
stance
ahead.
on
For
this.
me,
I won't go ahead.
you don't go ahead.
What if you've prayed? You're certain in your heart that this one.
Certain, who gave you that certainty in your heart? God does not usurp authority.
Yeah.
God does not usurp authority.
So man of
I mean, maybe the
can
prayer
you
can be
say-
channeled to the parents, like
So-
the family.
Man of God. So
Uh-huh,
you are in a
she's-
relationship.
uh-huh.
You know that my parents will not accept. So doesn't mean you should check out before that stage even comes. Because if you
How
know
do you know
deeply,
your parents?
Yeah.
because
How
maybe
do
your
you-
parents
how
have
should-
made it
No,
clear
you are
that if
assuming.
you bring
You
this
can
particular
never be
person,
sure
it
until-
won't work.
You can
There
never
are some
be sure.
parents that can assure you.
Severally, there have been
Yeah.
proofs. Parents said this and this and
They
this, and
change.
later.
Some of them,
so
they change over
unless
time.
it really comes up, I don't
But-
think you can sit back.
But
and
do you have to
you
wait
always
for
think
that long?
Listen,
When your
we always
emotions
think
and
we need
everything is
Immediately
in,
they
it
say
becomes
that
very
they don't
difficult
agree,
at
then
that
you
point.
leave immediately.
So you knew
Yeah,
they
why
didn't
don't you-
agree,
why don't you-
and then you went for that.
Why don't you
What if
just
you-
leave the person
No, you
to-
knew they didn't. Let's say you
Yeah.
know your mom doesn't. Your parents have decided never bring somebody from this tribe.
Yeah.
You know it already. Now you've gone into it, and you're coming to say,
Oh, God. You were saying that
uh-huh.
so far as you've not presented the person,
yes.
the people
So why not
can
present it?
change.
don't
Why
you
not
already
present
know?
Or maybe man, or maybe to them they'll say, oh, maybe these people they'll break up, nothing will happen. Sometimes parents assume that.
Oh, then it means they know. Then it means you've already
As long as they know
Childish
about it,
Yeah,
so like
it
that,
makes it
that's
already told them
get
about
to
it.
that point, then they'll be like, no. So people are really serious about this. No, you invested a lot.
The
I don't get
counsel.
it. So
Listen,
when you show
the
the person
counsel
to
I'll
them-
give is that
yeah.
if what your parents are saying makes sense, when I say makes sense, it's not like it's based on just tribal prejudices and stuff, but they can tell something about this person in particular. That I know that if you do this person, things will end well. That's different. But if it's about, these traditions and stuff,
Yeah.
everybody's persuadable.
So what about you?
If you can do it long enough, I'm telling you.
What
And then it means you don't want it.
religion.
Yeah.
If you do, you can go, strategy. You can go for maybe a family elder
Yeah.
they respect. Some people in front of them, you can't talk your mind. A family elder who can give it to them. When I say give, the way they can tell you no. There's also a family elder who can tell them, hey, everybody has something.
What if you are the person is the family
Right
elder?
now, you guys
Your
are making.
father is
You
the
guys are
family
making
Yeah, like
projections.
hypothetical situations.
Yeah.
You guys are making,
No.
because you can listen. You can always. It gets to a time they'll be like, well, if you say this is what you want, fine. But I don't think parents may express their displeasure about who you are settling with. But if it gets to the point where it is, this is what I want, then that's control. That's a different scenario altogether. Again, but I don't think you should rubbish what your parents give it a hearing.
So, but I think if you have parents like that and you know that they're very vocal about it, that they have particular people they are expecting. I mean, right from the beginning, they have to.
Yeah. At least you are guided.
Yeah, so like that's
what
what they
if-
want. Or maybe it means if you meet someone right from the beginning, you have to introduce them to the person so that they
Listen,
make-
there is always a loophole somewhere. Look for
Yeah.
it. Sometimes both may agree, but mom is calmer on it. You get me? There is always one. You can't get the same. You start know how to, go about things. You start talking to mom. There are strategies. You get me? You know what you want. Mom's birthday, you get something for mom. There is something, you know her as your mom. You know where you can let her let down her guard. And then you present it to her. This is the issue, but I really want to. And then let them know that it's not like you are being rebellious. Let them know that really no. Your heart's there inside. They'll begin to look at you in a more sympathetic way than to feel say you are countering what they are saying. When you go that way, you are done for. You are done for.
Is it healthy for your parents to really be like the ones to tell you who to marry? Is it really healthy?
They are not supposed to tell you. I think they can guide you. Because they know, listen, they know things. Oh, you'll be shocked. You will be shocked. When later you realize that, hey, they'll tell you what a child will be on a tree and can't see. I'm telling you, when you are at your hyper peak, you Charlie is like reached all wisdom and all knowledge dwells in you. You'll be shocked. There was an age I thought Charlie be, hey. Charlie. And I give my stone. I got baptisms here and there and say, hey, Charlie, these people knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
When they say some things, they know what they are talking about. So rather, you should have them on your side so that if even you go that way and then it doesn't go as expected, you can, you still have them.
Okay, so concerning the issue of parents and listening to their counsel and all that, if you notice that your partner is always like following what their parents say and you don't consider what you say, what do you do?
Talk to them about it. Talk to them about it. They should be. That's one sign of maturity where you can take decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you close yourself to counsel, but you should have a mind of your own. Having a mind of your own does not mean you don't listen to anybody. Have a mind of your own. You just gather information, sieve it, and then see what works for you. But if you are just remote control, then you are still not ready to even have gotten married. And that's something you should have seen even in a relationship. Because you can tell if somebody's mom is controlling them, if their dad is controlling, it tells. You can see it from when you guys were getting to know each other.
Yeah.
You should be able to see something like that. Because you're in trouble, they'll just be in their homes and then they are determining what goes on in your home. You are in great trouble because it means the man has not left the father and mother.
Yeah.
He has only changed location. When he says leave your father and mother, he wasn't talking about move from their house, just that. He's telling you that you are now going to start a family on your own. You should have your own mind. Again, you should leave anything that is more of an influence and a control over you in making your decisions as a man now. So I think that's it.
That's a wrap for today's interview. Thank you for joining us in this episode. See you next time. Bye.
If you have been blessed by the message you are hearing, we would love it if you partner with us as a ministry to send the gospel to the nations of the world. Your gifts and your offerings and your givings and your partnering with us helps us to take the gospel to various places. When you give to us, you support our school missions, where we send the gospel to the schools, to the senior high schools. You also support our reaching out to the various communities to send the gospel to them, for them to hear about our Lord Jesus Christ. You also support this teaching ministry and improve it in logistics and in various ways to improve upon what we are sending out to the world. We will be glad if you will partner with us. Thank you and God bless you.